Hi, I'm Kayleen. Welcome to my channel. Woohoo! You checked on this. I hope you really like this. I started this channel to promote my book, Mom Remembers Me, about how I used my health and fitness knowledge to stop my mother with mild dementia from forgetting me. And in the process, I know it sounds really corny, I got back into art and I got really even more into journaling and keeping track of everything. I don't believe I'm ever going to get dementia or lose my memory. I think a lot of people that have a parent that had dementia are scared of that, but my lifestyle is drastically different. And I drink a lot of water and I will never go on any meds. So I wanted to share with you what I call my energy and sleep tracker. So I want to make sure this is in the thing. You know, computers can drive us absolutely nuts, right? So I looked up on the YouTube videos, and there's lots of people that list sleep trackers, but all they ever do is just have you just list, and then you just kind of color it in. But that's not tracking what's helping or hurting your sleep. Sleep is one of the three most important things that I teach all of my classes. We have to worry about sleep, exercise, and being mindful, right? So if you don't track your sleep and what is making it better or worse, then you're not going to be able to make it worse. So I would make a list of what is affecting your sleep. So I don't drink any caffeine. I know when I tell people that, almost every time I say it, people go, oh, like this. So I don't have any caffeine whatsoever. I have tea, but of course the amount of caffeine in tea is drastically less than coffee. So I don't have to worry about caffeine, but I do track other things that might affect my eating and my sleep, right? So they say that your brain needs fuel to be able to sleep. So if you don't eat enough during the day, your body's not going to be able to sleep. And of course, if you eat too late, your body's not going to be able to sleep. And also, depending if you eat processed simple carbohydrates, you're not going to be able to sleep. And that's a sad fact about a lot of foods. If you eat processed simple carbohydrates, you're going to get probably overweight, and that'll affect your sleeping. And then what happens is when you don't get a good night's sleep, you crave more simple carbohydrates the next day. So it's this vicious circle. So, and of course, if you're dehydrated, so I keep water next. I drink water. I can't even tell you how I condition myself, but I am always sipping water. I always have it next to me. I always keep on sipping it. I always make sure. It drives me nuts if I don't have it. So I also keep track of my energy. So I do. There's always so many crazy things in the fitness industry. I'm actually probably going to be leaving the fitness industry. I'm just really fed up with the amount of certifications, and it's really a racket. There's no proof that one certification is more, makes their clients and customers more smarter. And I already have my master's degree. So I did get my American College of Sports Medicine certification, which was the gold standard back in the 90s, but they're not making sure that that certification is still current and it matters. So I even just had a person for a job interview for a full-time health promotion specialist for Optum. They told me to get the same certification again that I got, and I kept it going. I kept all the continuing education units, but it just made me mad. Where we are all these certifications, and the fitness instructors are the ones that end up taking the brunt of it. But I'm sorry, we're on a tangent here. But I always make sure I do my cardio, which is usually walking and swimming nowadays. And I always do push-ups and maybe lunges and squats at red lights every other day to keep my strength up. When they come up with all these crazy other things going on, like kettlebells, if you have some kind of a job that makes you need that, then yes, you should do that. But most of the classes out there are having you do something that you don't need in your real life. You need to be able to stand up, which was also part of my book with my mother. If you aren't able to stand up, that means you won't drink water because you don't want to sit down to pee. And being dehydrated causes every imaginable problem, everything. So you need to drink plenty of water, and you need to not hate to pee. I have my students tell me all the time they hate to pee. Why? I don't get it. You have to pee. Just like you have to breathe and you have to exhale, right? You need a clear way of breathing all the time. So I want to go over, I keep track of my strength just to see what might be affecting my strength. I have every other day, so I put positive or negative. I do see if I also alcohol, right? I'm not a teetotaler, but I do have some wine, right? I see I check the weather to see whether, I think I am a little standard to sad. I forgot what that's called now. But when it's cloudy and ugly outside, I don't really want to do anything. I keep track of my energy for that day and just think about, and then I have the notes, right? If I do have, I'm in California, so cannabis is legal here, so I'm not saying anything. I see which kind of cannabis, how much, when I take it at night. I notice that I've been having the best night's sleep, having some THC and some edibles. I know it might be controversial, but I think that getting a very good night's sleep has made my brain work differently too. I also can do math, flow charts in my head that I never was able to do. Maybe it's a really good night's sleep, or maybe it's a THC, you don't know. I track if I meditated that day and if I woke up in a positive way. There are lots of times you wake up in the morning and I go, what problems am I going to solve today? That's what you got to think. You have to be prepared for the adversities and look at it as a challenge. Your body will take it as stressful if you look at it as stressful. But if you say, what can I learn from that? How can I solve that problem? And I also have another video that the positive affirmation spread. So if you put some kind of a bad event in the middle of a circle, make a flow chart, and then just brainstorm with yourself and just show all the positive things, and you're going to create one of those positive things. So I hope you look at my other video. I look at how many hours I fast, what time I ate, my resting heart rate in the morning. That is the easiest way of checking your fitness level. You don't have to go and do a stress test. And I used to do VO2 max, submax testing on cops. You can just take your resting heart rate in the morning. Don't get up. Just lay there. Just count your heart rate for 30 seconds, multiply by 2, and see what your resting heart rate is. Mine's about 60. I'm trying to get it down, right? And then your sleep number of hours, and then why. Write notes, like, was it choppy? Could I not fall asleep? Was I frustrated over something? Or should I have meditated that day? You have to, and then I also put down my nap. So I wanted to put this out before I get my March bullet journal spread out. I hope you watch for my bullet journaling videos, for playing with me. My March bullet journal theme is going to be Mighty Mouse, because we are all Mighty Mouse, right? Thanks a lot. I would really super appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed. I need some more subscribers. I only have 35. Pretty please subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money whatsoever. Thanks a lot for listening, and I hope you got something out of it. I would love a question, please.